so good.
Yeah, I bet you it tastes like a wide receiver that dropped 3 or 4 catches.
Yeah, I bet yours tastes like a quarterback that can't give me more than 8 points.
You know what? That's a fair point, RJ.
Yeah.
Welcome to Wombat Watch. You're here, Johnny Walker Red,
I am Raymond the Chief Rodriguez.
here in the Wombat Den. Let's talk about what we did this week, Raymond. The things we liked, the things we didn't like. Let's get into it.
I will tell you what I didn't like. That me and Todd had our first matchup this week, and I only won by like 3 points.
It was like 3 points, 3.2 to be exact.
Yeah, it wasn't good. We had the lowest scoring game of the league.
We noticed that.
Yeah, it was, again, it was not good. I will say this. I think Philly did not do what I needed them to do, okay? Against the Cowboys, and we all know what it's like rooting against our own teams, but I really needed Philly to step it up. But my boys stepped it up.
Yeah, the Cowboys definitely pulled it out, didn't they?
Yeah. I will say this, a win is a win, and the champion is still the champion.
Well, let's talk about one of the biggest reasons you took a win in that game, RJ. T. Higgins, for Star Vision, he did not perform like anything we thought he would.
3.3 points against the Browns.
That is horrendous.
It is not good. I think if you're playing the Browns, that should just be an automatic win.
I think so too.
But
apparently the Browns defense is pretty good this year.
They did something this week.
Well, you would think that Jamar Chase would also have had a lot of points because T. Higgins didn't.
Yeah, number 1 pick in the draft, and he did not give me any points.
There's a lot of that going around in the league this week, RJ.
But
so, Evan Engram for the Denver Broncos, the tight end, on Star Vision's team, out with an injury. Kind of crazy.
yeah,
I feel like the injury bug's been around a lot this week.
I know myself personally, so I have Drake London that's questionable. So he didn't do me a lot last week. So I think this week he can play off that injury on the bench.
Understandable. Just be careful with the matchups, right? Because Drake London could pop off at any minute. He
Could.
could give you 20 plus.
Yeah, and that does go to say just because they're questionable now doesn't mean they will be on Sunday.
That's true.
Yeah, you got to keep watching those lineups.
All right, cool. All right, let's talk about our next game, RJ.
Shane versus Esther.
That is Threat Level Midnight versus the third strings. This is rookie versus veteran.
And
How did this pan out?
the rookie won.
The rookie took it over.
She had a 21-point lead to finish the game.
21 points. That is massive.
She had Caleb Williams, okay? That was her highest scoring player, quarterback, of course, against Minnesota, which they lost. But you know what? He came up, he got some points, and she got it done.
For sure. He almost beat Shane's team all by himself.
Yeah, but the problem with beating Shane's team, the reason it was so easy for her, is because he had so many low-scoring wide receivers.
He did indeed. Terry McLaurin, 2.7 points. I wish I could say that wasn't going to happen, but we all kind of assumed Terry McLaurin, bit of a dud.
Yeah, and then Esther coming in this next week, she does have Brock Bowers. He just got put on the questionable, and he was a good receiver for her. But again, check your questionables; they might change, but keep on the lookout for it.
Keep on the lookout. Make sure you're making preparations. As our Yahoo Game of the Week, that was stellar matchup. I enjoyed that one.
We'd like to give you a play-by-play of it, but I mean, all it is really points counting up. We don't get to see all the things.
All right, so Josh is the king versus No Name 7. This was my junkyard dog game. I said this was going to get down and dirty, and I think these guys delivered.
Trent versus Raph. Okay, Trent pulled out a 30-point win.
30 points. That is massive.
He had the highest scoring team this week.
He did 111 points.
A lot of that came from Josh Allen himself.
The man is an alien. He's an absolute freak. I am still super mad that you drafted him over me.
Which, Josh Allen, for those of you that didn't watch Sunday night, he pulled off a miracle.
He did indeed.
Yeah, it was an amazing game.
Came back, beat the Ravens.
I will say this.
Astounding.
Josh Allen deserves every point he got.
He did indeed.
They worked hard, and look what happened. Trent came out with the win because of it.
Yeah. One of the reasons for Raph's loss, aside from the rest of his team, Isaiah Pacheco?
Yeah, 2.8 points. Not a lot.
Not a lot. And you would expect more from the top running back for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, and at the same time, he lost probably one of the best tight ends in the league.
He did indeed. George Kittle goes down with a hamstring injury?
Hamstring.
And he'll be out for who knows how long.
Yeah, so now you're stuck with the rest of us with shitty tight ends.
If you want to make a bad trade,
Let me know.
I'll take Kittle.
No, let me know.
No.
So what about this next game? You yourself versus Emily.
Oh, this is by far my favorite game of the week, RJ. I sat here last week, well, not last week, the last video, and I told you guys I was going to take Emily and beat her at her own game, and guess what? I feel like I delivered. 30-point win for me.
33 points.
33 points. You heard it here.
Yeah.
Hit her with the coup de grace.
Emily ended up with the -3 defense.
Yeah, that Baltimore defense is one of the massive reasons that she lost.
Again, Josh Allen came back and really just smoked the shit out of him.
Josh Allen not only won Trent his game, he lost you yours. So blame him, not me.
But you also had your highest scoring player was Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, that man also an alien. And I got to tell you, he is one of the scariest quarterbacks to watch play. It is terrifying watching him run straight into a defender.
Yeah.
It's just nothing I've ever seen before. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was definitely a good game. And I kind of thought that Emily might do a little better, but 33 points is quite
I got to
bad.
tell you, RJ, I thought she was going to be able to get a little bit more than what she did.
Yeah.
But I did know I was going to pull out the win this week.
Yeah, that's fair. And you did.
I did.
Congratulations.
I did. Thank you. Thank you.
So what about this other game with Will and Gower?
Oh, the Waffle Stomper Williams versus the Lost Boys. By the way, I wrote that down as lost points. I don't know why. It just happened. 16-point spread. It looked early like William was going to take this game.
Yeah, but you know what? Gowan came back.
Like a dark horse, RJ.
All because of Derrick Henry.
A dark horse. I said it here. You heard it. And you know what? Now you guys are going to take me seriously because I said it. The Lost Boys, they're a dark horse. Got to watch out when you play them.
Derrick Henry popped off for Gowan.
He did. How many points was that, RJ?
He got 28.2 points.
28.2 points.
Yeah, I was a little upset I didn't pick him up.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
If you guys want to talk traits, I will take all your highest players.
For any of my lowest players.
But Will had Kenneth Walker, okay?
I think William got a little bit cocky because of his draft grade.
Yeah, he did. He ended up with Kenneth Walker III, and he only came out with 2 points with that.
You know who did benefit from that? Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah.
With this guy, on my bench. It's just points. Just there. I'm telling you.
It was a good week of games. It was a good first week.
It was. Yeah.
I will say this, I'm glad football is back.
Dude, I am so excited about it. I gotta be honest, I didn't even watch most of the Monday night game because I had already won.
I was sitting at fire meeting watching this game. People yelling at me like, you're supposed to lead this whole meeting, but I was so close and I had to make sure we won.
Man, I just pulled it up. I was curious, pulled it up and I was like, oh no, RJ's about to lose.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, your points just go right back up. And
I ended up winning this week, and you know who I'm going to win against next week?
Who's that?
Gowan. I got Gowan next week.
Oh, you're going to take Gowan down, is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, so don't get me wrong. I got Drake London questionable. So, like I said, he's gonna probably ride my bench. But here's what I need this next week, okay?
Yes, sir.
I need Bo Nix to step it up. Okay, I understand.
He's gonna do it.
I understand that's your team, John, but I need him to step it up. Here's also what I need, and I hate rooting for him as a Cowboys fan, but I need Philly to also step it up. They did so poorly last game.
They did.
That's why they did. But I need him to do good this week. Okay, I need some points because right now I know we don't look at projections in this league. Right. But Gowan is projected to beat me.
Right.
So As long as I have my team or my quarterback and my defense solid, I think the rest of my team will fill it right in. I'll come back with the second win, and more than likely, I'm probably going to come out with the final win.
You think you're going 2-0 this week? Huh?
I think I'm going 2-0.
All right. Well, I got to tell you, RJ, I think that Gowan's probably going to take the win here.
You know what? You don't. Okay, you just don't.
I get it. Root for the home team. That's you. I got you. But listen, Gowan's got Derrick Henry. He can break a game any single week.
He does. But you know what? Just because, and we've learned in this league before, even from last year, just because you do good one week doesn't mean you're going to do good next week.
That's true. You could tank.
So it's all a different play. That's why we say play the teams.
Play the teams.
Don't play the projections.
1 week at a time.
1 week at a time.
1 week at a time, for sure.
So next week, after that game, the next game we have is Esther versus Raph.
Esther versus Raph. Okay, midnight. Threat level midnight versus No Name 7. I think, RJ, Esther probably wins this one.
You know what? After that ass whooping Raph got last week, I think he's going to get a second one.
Man, I'm kind of having PTSD about that, Raph. What happened?
Come on, bro. Pick your shit up. Okay.
You draft him with us next year, just so we can take care of you.
Esther,
I feel bad.
Yeah, Esther is projected to win. As long as she maintains a healthy lineup,
yeah,
I think she will pull it off.
Well, with George Kittle being out, I don't know if Raph has a leg to stand on.
I don't think you're going to get a good tight end after the draft on the second week. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, if you remember last year, a lot of tight ends exploded randomly, and all the top tier tight ends were actually really bad. Kelsey was bad. Andrews was bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Laporta was terrible last year. But you know what? This year, it looks like Kittle was holding up all the way up until the injury.
Yeah, he was doing good. And then he decided that, you know what, I'm just done playing.
He just put on that hat and he was standing on the sideline.
Yeah.
All right. So I got to say, you versus the Lost Boys. That's going to be a good game. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a close race. But that's not our Yahoo Game of the Week, because our Yahoo Game of the Week is the coup de grace versus the third strings. And I got to tell you, RJ, I feel lucky.
Yeah, John versus Shane Estrada. That is a toss-up of a game. Okay,
it is for sure.
So I think Shane coming out of the loss, you coming out of the win. I think as long as Shane adjusts well enough, he's got a good chance.
Yeah, he does.
He's got a good chance.
Well, I'm hoping that this first loss for him wasn't the poke the bear moment that woke him up. Because you don't want to wake the sleeping giant. None of us do, and I hope he's still sleeping.
Yeah, because he was a powerhouse last year.
Last year, he was unstoppable.
Yes, coming in second place. Second versus third place, because first place. But you guys both have solid teams now. Okay?
We do, yeah.
And I think, and again, we go down to projections here. We're always going to look at projections.
Yeah.
Shane is projected to win, only by a couple points, though.
Right.
So that one really is anybody's game.
It's anybody's ball game. It really comes down to the matchups.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll make some tweaks.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. Who's up next? Star Vision versus Josh is the King. What do you think, RJ?
Todd versus Trent. I think Christian McCaffrey needs to play for sure.
Okay? For sure. He needs to be back in the lineup.
Last week he was left on the bench and he killed it.
Yeah,
like he did good.
That calf scare, I think we were all worried about it. We were all kind of laughing.
I do think Todd needs a new tight end.
Todd does need a new tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Evan Ingram probably wasn't the best pick in the first place, though.
No, I think that was a filler spot.
Yeah, especially in that Sean Payton offense, because pretty run heavy. Doesn't use the tight ends a whole lot.
Yeah. Yeah, Todd is projected to win this week.
Oh, nice.
So, but again, don't play projections.
Yeah.
But he is projected to win this week.
I'm going to say that Josh is the king. Trent has that puncher's chance. Josh Allen is just too much of a threat to deny. I give it a slight edge.
If Josh Allen can play like he did last week,
yeah, absolutely.
then that's done.
That's knockout.
It's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see what this week gives us, and hopefully, hopefully Trent pulls it off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens.
We'll
Sorry,
see.
Todd. I'm sorry.
Let's talk about our bottom of the barrel game. 0-1 versus 0-1. This is the junkyard dog this week. This is our grimy matchup. It is Waffle Stomper Williams versus the running back Reapers.
Will versus Emily. They did not have good weeks, either one of them.
Neither of them had a good week, no.
But I will say this game comes down to their quarterbacks.
100%. It is Patrick Mahomes versus Jalen Hurts.
And if I'm not mistaken, Kansas City is playing Philly this week.
Absolutely, it is.
It's all coming down to those quarterbacks.
It is so interesting that this would happen and they would be versing each other at this exact time.
I think if Emily sets a good defense, because with her -3 last week, that didn't help at all.
No.
But maybe they'll do a little better. But no matter what the players are, Will's wide receivers, Emily's running backs, I think it comes down to those quarterbacks.
I think it does too, RJ. And you know what? I think the whole game hinges on that matchup. It is 100% going to be their quarterbacks.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's the case. And you know what? I think it's going to be a good game.
I think
it'll be a good game. I know Philly's coming out with the win. Kansas City's coming out with the loss. But you know what?
You know what? We're going to start calling this the Michael Vick game of the week. It's a dogfight.
There's a dogfight.
It's a dogfight out here. You heard it. Michael Vick game of the week. Right here. You guys.
Yeah, it'll be a good game. We'll see what happens. Everybody adjust your lineups. Everybody make sure your IRs or even your questionables are where they need to be. And this next week, let's have us a good week, and let's make sure that we talk as much shit as we can to each other, because that's what really makes this league a league.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's because you're all awful, and I'm gonna win the championship trophy.
You mean this
year.
one that I already have?
Yeah, it doesn't like when you touch it like that.
It does.
I just want you to know.
You like that?
All right, RJ. Let's get down to brass tacks here. Let's talk about the trade block.
All right, we need to start talking about trades more, because nobody's willing to trade, Esther. I think that we all need to kind of fit what's best for our teams.
For sure.
And the fact that nobody wants to let anybody go. Okay? Sometimes it's better or beneficial to let somebody go. For example, Joe Burrow would do great on my team.
I think he'd be fantastic on your team.
So
It's a bunch of other losers.
yeah, it's a bunch of other losers.
No, it's week one. We don't expect trades to come through right now. Everybody's kind of feeling their team out. Just getting a look-see at what's going on.
I would say just don't be afraid to trade.
I wouldn't be afraid to
That's the big thing, is look at your teams, look at what you need, look who's playing who. Maybe a Kansas City running back would benefit you over a Detroit running back.
Maybe you could get that wide receiver quarterback stack if you just trade up a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's all about what does best for your team. Like, I think my personal favorite, which I'm working on this one a little bit, is I want my quarterback, anytime he scores, I want my kicker to score.
Oh, for sure. That's exactly what I did. Drafted Loop. I got to tell you, it's kind of perfect.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Giving you guys away free tips here.
So once we kind of progress a little bit throughout the couple weeks, everybody, I hope, is more open to it.
Yeah.
I understand, like you said, week one, you're filling out your team.
For sure.
But you know what? Everybody would be open to trades. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, everyone should be open to trades. I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing for everybody. I had the most trades last year, and it was really hard to get done. Nobody wanted to get rid of their players. Nobody wanted to lose players.
Yeah, so you're picking up players from the waiver wire, and you're picking up open players. But like sometimes it'll be good just to benefit you to trade with somebody else.
I will say one person that is actually really good about trading is Emily.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's because she don't know how to pick players.
And I will say, speaking of not picking players, right? If you're afraid that your trade is going to be a little mismatched, like you're not getting the full value and somebody else is trying to rob you,
that's a trade rate.
Use a trade analyzer. Go online, find any trade analyzer. Use multiple trade analyzers. Do whatever you need to feel that makes you think that it's going to be, okay, and that somebody's not going to pull the wool over your eyes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Speaking of trade analyzers, Let's take a brief moment from a word for our sponsors.
Who's our sponsors?
We don't have any. But like if you wanted to, like,
you could sponsor.
You could totally could.
You could sponsor us.
But all right, I think that'll hit up this week's recap.
I think that's a good recap for this week. This is Johnny Walker Red,
Raymond the Chief Rodriguez,
in the Wombat Den. We'll catch you next time. Good night.
In a world where trust is a luxury and betrayal lurks in every shadow,
your people, they are ready to accept.
But you resist. Why?
one man has something his enemies want.
I'll never get it. Not from me.
Then I will show you pain.
When the pain isn't physical, how long before a man breaks?
Stop, I can't take it anymore.
What would be suffering? For one thing. Except.
Fine, I'll do it.
Really? Dude, send it through the app. I'll pick it up.
Wait, what?
I said send it through the app. I'll pick it up.
Okay.
Nice.